Hiya Jim. Right, this is going to be a little bit difficult for this because I'm using a flip video using one hand and I've got the brad awl in the other hand, but this is just to show you how to start off. There's the two edges that you've opened that you're going to start off the finishing stitch. So there you can see the loose stitch. So you go back to the next tightest stitch, and I'm just going to have to put the video down while I put the brad awl through. Now I've put the brad awl through the tightest stitch, as you can see there. So I take the brad awl out, then I get the needles. Now you put one needle on each edge, each end of the thread. So you've got two needles on one thread. Do you follow me? So that's one thread, and you can see it there with the needle, and then the other needle is on the other end of the thread. So you put, where you've put the brad awl through the tightest stitch, you put that needle through, as you can see it going through there, and pull the thread all the way through until you get to the knot in the middle. Excuse me Jim, there's the phone going. I'm back in a minute. No, I'll just leave it going. Then you tie just one knot, one single knot, one loop basically. It's difficult because I'm holding the camera with one hand, and I'll just pull that knot tight. Right, so that's one knot. Then what you do then, Jim, the two or three loose threads in front, just pull them out. It's difficult this because I'm holding the camera and the brad awl. Right, so the two loose ones, you can see a loose one there. So from the side, you just, now it's difficult because I can't see what I'm doing here. Pull the threads out. I'll just put the camera down, Jim, while I pull those two threads out. There's a couple of threads there. So I've gone back to the tightest stitch, put the brad awl through, put one needle through, pulled it through, and then tied a loop. I'll just pull these two loose threads out. It won't be a second. Right, that's the two loose threads I've pulled out. As you can see there, one at that side and one at that side there. But you don't have to cut them off because they ain't going to go anywhere because they're attached to the original thread. So you can leave them. Then you put one needle through the first hole. You can see the needles going through. I'll just pull back a little bit, Jim. You can see the needles going through. So you pull that through, just so the needle's through. Then you get the other end of the thread, where the other needle is, and put that, as you can see there, just behind it. So you've got one going through that same hole, and the other one going, the left hand one, which is that one, in my hand, going through there. And then you've got the right hand one which you've just put through the same hole. So you pull that one all the way through and the other one all the way through. So that's that first stitch done. And then you carry on through the next hole. So that's, I can't see what I'm doing here, Jim, without putting the camera down because my eyes are going. So you go through the next hole with the left hand needle, just slightly through, And then the right hand thread goes behind that needle, that same hole, and comes out at the other side. So then it's the same stitch. So it's the left hand through, pull the thread all the way through, the right hand one, pull the thread all the way through. I'm sorry about the camera moving, but as I say, I'm holding it with one hand and trying to do it with the other, and look through to see I've got, I've got the right hole. Now the left hand one, once it's pulled through, goes through the next hole, just slightly through, and then the right hand thread goes through the same hole where that one's just come from, that needle, as you can see. So you've got one needle going through there and the other needle going through the same hole. So you put one through, pull it all the way through, the left one all the way through again. There goes the phone. So basically what you do, Jim, you go back to the tightest stitch, put the brad awl through just to make a little bit of room, one needle through all the way through to the knot, then tie a knot and then start from there. Right, that's the first part done. Cheers, Jim.